Welcome back, Caffeine Heads, to another episode of Coffee's Cold Cuts, where we give you a synopsis of a movie and show, and you decide whether or not you want to watch it. I'm your favorite movie and show expert, 85 Cup of Coffee, and we're here to talk about episode 9 of season 6 of Rick and Morty, called A Rick in King Mortar's Mort, which is a play on a night in King Arthur's court, which, funny enough, Morty in this episode does become a king of the Sun People, as a matter of fact. So this episode starts off with the Sun People meeting Morty at this basically food truck place on a different comet or planet. And the knight is so taken aback by Morty's niceness, he offers him his sword. Rick warns him not to take the sword. Of course, Morty at this point doesn't follow what Rick says, because Rick is always putting him down anyway, and he takes the sword anyway. The guy kills himself, and then Morty becomes a Knight of the Sun. Now, Morty does actually want to be a Knight of the Sun. He goes to the sun with the Sun People, and they tell him because of the magic that's why he's not burning in the sun. And Rick is just like taken aback, like why Morty isn't listening to him. So Morty is all for being a knight up until he finds out he has to cut off his member in order to be an official member. And then at that point, he's like, nope, I'm done. I'm out of here. And so then he's challenged by the king of the Sun People when Rick comes along, and he bails him out with this sword up top, which is a sentient sword that has pre-recorded Blade moves on him from the movie Blade, the very first one, with his fight with Deacon Frost. Now, with this, he defeats the king and becomes the king of the Sun People. After he becomes the king of the Sun People, he disillusions all the knights, and it throws the whole solar system out of balance. So people from Mars, people from Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter, especially Jupiter, are trying to take over each other because the Knights of the Sun aren't there to take control and keep order. That being stated, Morty starts his first solar war, and Rick keeps being on his side instead of putting him down about it like he usually would. And Morty actually even says, are you a robot? Because why are you being so nice? And Rick is just kind of telling him, hey, I'm just trying to make sure that you know that I got your back. In the end of the episode, they do the vat of acid where they throw themselves into the sun juice and kill themselves. And if you notice down here at the bottom right, they're in the same pose they were when they fell into the vat of acid from the vat of acid episode. So, Morty actually does get out of it by doing this, and he doesn't have to lose his member, which is a whole funny stick in itself. This episode was actually pretty funny. I definitely enjoyed it way better than some of the episodes before now, and it leads into something big in episode 10. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode.